Oh my god, we ain't even done. We ain't even done! Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're going to be diving into a Season 4 gun, looking at Episode 8 of Feature Class, guys. We're going to be talking about none other than the Fennec. Fennec, aka the Vector, is one of the new SMGs that they brought into the game. The gun is absolutely fantastic. It's a burst SMG machine. If you're a super aggressive player, somebody who likes to get really in the enemy's faces, somebody who's hyper aggressive, similar to my playstyle, then you'll absolutely love the Fennec. Today we're going to be explaining the builds that we run with it, the attachments. Throughout this video we're going to be highlighting and showing you guys some clips so you can see how the gun looks, runs in game, and how it's played out as well. And hopefully, you know, get some sort of constructive criticism from you guys. Whatever you guys have found works for the gun as well, please post it down in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. If you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Really supports me, and it also makes me realize and understand that you guys are enjoying the videos. Speaking of the videos, guys, we have blitzed past 3k subs on YouTube and also pushing for almost 4k now. The last couple of weeks have been absolutely incredible, so thank you so much for supporting me. Enough of me yabbering on, let's roll into the video. As you can see, for the gun and the different attachments that we've got for it, we currently have the Damascus camo on it, which makes the gun look beautifully blue and purple with a tint of orange as well. If you want to know how to get this camo, the best thing to do is have a look at my Damascus video, which is one of my top videos on my YouTube channel. Feel free to check that out. It will show you how to get this camo, which is probably the hardest camo in the game to currently get. So to give you guys a breakdown of what we use for attachments and what we've got going on here, I've tried out a bunch of different things and I found something that I really like here. So for the barrel, and this is pretty much the only thing that gives the gun its range, this barrel is particular to this gun, and it makes the gun absolutely beastie. Not only are you getting damage range, you're getting the recoil control, you're getting bullet velocity, and you're getting sound suppression. So it pretty much counts as a silencer. It's pretty much a monolithic suppressor on top of a barrel. There's like two different things in ones, and it gives you that extra range that you probably need for the gun. A lot of people complain that this gun doesn't have much range. Put this sight on it, get yourself a red dot or a Viper sight, which is what we're going to be speaking about today, and you'll find this gun actually doesn't do too bad at medium to long range engagements. Okay, so we run the dead full barrel. Don't worry about the ADS and movement speed too much, because we will build that up through other things and other attachments. Pair this up with the TAT laser, and this is starting to feature a lot more in my videos in regards to the TAT laser just being so solid with everything that it gives you. I know obviously it gives you it exposes your position when active with the green laser and whatnot, but by the time they've seen you, they're usually dead in the first place anyway. All right, so you're getting ADS, you're getting aiming stability and aiming walking steadiness, all from this laser. You could run the 5MW for extra hip fire speed, sprint to fire speed, if that's the route that you want to go down. I just prefer using the TAT laser, and because I'm also using this gun at medium to slightly long range as well, TAT laser really works with the current barrel that I'm using. Next up, we run the optic for the Viper reflex. Now a lot of people say, why do you need to run the optic for? For me personally, I don't like the iron sight on this gun. There's a couple of guns in the game that I don't like the iron sight for, including the Odin, the Uzi, and this is another one of them. Some people do like it, some people don't. That's just preference. For me, I don't personally like it. I think it's a lot better with, and also if you're trying to take enemies out from medium to longer range, it's much easier to do it with this Viper reflex sight on top of the TAT laser than it is without. Alright, so this is obviously losing you a little bit of ADS, but I honestly feel like it's worth it. Give it a try, just see if it works for you. If it doesn't, take it back off, okay? Of course we're going to be running no stock, because you see this feature in almost every single video that I do. This build is tailored to aggressive and fast moving players. No stock gives you the movement speed and the ADS speed that you need. That movement speed that we're losing from the barrel, we're going back from this, and it makes your character move quicker in game, including making the gun snappier for ADS, which in a game that's all about time to kill, it's really important to have that. And then rather than having the stipple grip tape that we usually have here, we've got the optic on, and instead we run the 40 round drum mags. Without these, the gun needs to be reloaded at every second. Some of the negatives about the gun is that it doesn't have enough rounds in the gun itself, and it takes quite a while to reload it. Some people like to prefer to run sleight of hand on their builds. I personally don't run it because I don't have a slot that I can spare, and I would rather have the 40 round mags. Feel free to remove the optic and try and run sleight of hand if that works, or remove it and run stippled, whatever works for you. This build works personally for me, and I absolutely love it, okay? Moving into what we pair this up with, I won't talk about this too much, but just so you can see it, this is the Renetti with the Guard 1 blueprint, which you get from one of the battle passes, and it's got the Damascus cam on it and also. Okay, the barrel is the MK3 burst mod. For the laser, we run the TAT laser, as you obviously know what it already does because we explained it. Rear grip is the XRK speed grip, which is very similar to stippled grip tape. The ammunition, we're running the 27 round mags to make the gun last as much as possible in fights. And we're running the, we're actually going to be running the lightweight trigger, so we're going to change that back over. I was experimenting with the match grade, however, the aim stability doesn't make that much of a difference, and I prefer the fire rate from the lightweight trigger, so we're going to be running that from now on. Okay, so lightweight trigger is the last one for that. Pairing this up, recently in my videos, I've actually moved away from kill streaks and I've moved towards score streaks. I wanted to test it out and see what Specialist was all about. And you know what? I've actually been really enjoying it. Now, my order for this is I run Quick Fix as standard as a perk 1, so I don't have to run stims and I get my health back on each kill. You can run stims alongside it if you want. That's completely up to you. I like to run point man. Rather than go for kill streaks, everything that I get is earned via points and score. So not only do I get all my, kill streaks or specialists through getting kills, if I'm capping flags and jumping in the point and doing objective work, that counts towards the total score and allows me to get my specialist and my kill streaks a lot quicker and easier. All right, and for an objective player, point man is absolutely the way to go. Shrapnel is now my new perk 3, and what that does is allows me to spawn with double C4, which is absolutely lethal. C4 in this game is huge. Really important. You can kill people over the wall, out of line of sight. Really, really good. Highly advised to go shrapnel if you're going to go down with this build. Then what we do once we get 2 kills in, or we get enough score for 2 kills, is we have the tune-up that we lost from perk 3. And what that allows me to do is get my dead silence back quicker. It allows me to get my trophy system back quicker. So we're not really losing out from not having it as perk 3 anymore. Right? For the 4 kills, we now run double time, obviously tactical sprint, increasing crouch, movement speed, etc. If you're mobile, if you're playing really aggressive, double time is always a great one to have. And then finally, the overpowered EOD, which allows you to survive explosive, whether that's rockets, C4s, etc. Gives you the extra chance of winning some of them gunfights that may get a little bit out of control. Finally, when you get the 7 kills, you get the specialist bonus, which gives you most perks and weapon perks in the game and turns you into an absolute slaying juggernaut. All right, we pair this up with the trusty C4, which we were just talking about, which allow you to also detonate early if you double tap the use button. On PC, it's F. I believe on controller, it's either square or X, but don't quote me on that. You may want to have a look at that one if you're interested, okay? And then finally, we use smoke grenades because I am an objective player, love to take points, love to play for the win. Smokes just work out really well for me. So now that you've seen exactly what the build looks like with the Vector, what we're going to do is we're going to go into a custom game just to show you guys how the recoil patterns go for either ADS and hip fire patterns as well. All right, let's roll into it. Guys, welcome back. Now that we're in the custom game, I'm going to show you how the gun reacts at a hip fire radius and how the gun also reacts from a bit of distance, but with aiming down sight as well. So as you can imagine, this gun is probably going to be a little bit reactive because it doesn't have a foregrip on it, and neither am I using the 5MW laser. So this is how it reacts at a very close range without moving the mouse at all. So actually, do you know what? I'm thoroughly surprised that did not move a lot higher. So the hip fire radius is actually pretty solid, even without the 5MW laser and without running any kind of foregrip that stops vertical recoil. So you know that if you end up, this close or kind of around this radius to someone, you probably can still spray them out even without using some sort of laser. If you do prefer to run that way, or you do get hyper aggressive where you're constantly in people's faces and prefer your own style of build, you can go down the 5MW laser route if that helps you. Now we're going to move at a slightly further range, and this is what the Viper reflex sight looks like. And with the tac laser, it allows you to beam people at range and hit some very, very accurate shots. I mean, the fire rate on this thing is absolutely incredible. People just die so quickly, even from an SMG at range. Okay, so now we're going to test what the vertical recoil is like. That could be a little bit crazy, as you can see. So once again, if you prefer to go down the commando foregrip, Mert foregrip route, whichever one works for you, if you find that vertical recoil is too much, that's completely up to you. However, obviously, if you can stabilize your shots, then you can generally keep it on some kind of radius. But once again, you'll actually be shocked if you do use this build, how fast this thing can kill somebody at even a range such as this to the container, or even from here to this container. Usually people, be immobile, they'll try and, aim down sights to try and kill people. And some of the other builds that I've seen with this gun don't do too well at medium to long range. But if you try this, you'll find that this gun is very balanced at all different types of ranges, while still being very good and very aggressive at close range, okay? So now we're gonna move around the map a little bit, obviously show you guys how snappy the gun is. As you can see, with a game that's very based on time to kill, it's very low. What I mean by that is if somebody starts shooting, you die very quickly in this game, and you need to be able to snap very instantly. And look how quick this thing moves and snaps. This is with the no stock. This is obviously with the other attachments that we've got on it to make the snappiness, the tac laser and whatnot. Allows you to react very, very quickly. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner as well, we've got 2 C4s here. So, I can detonate through there, and I've got somebody behind me here. I can detonate through here as well, depending on whichever way you want to go. And then obviously smoke grenades, which, as you can see, the radius that they cover, smoke grenades in this game are absolutely fantastic. Covers that whole choke point. My teammates can get across, move along here, move into this objective, etc., etc. We play that kind of support role. We pair it up with the Renee, which can fire very quickly, and with the 27 round mags are absolutely amazing as well, okay? So I hope that gives you guys some sort of tutorial on what the gun looks like in game, how it reacts and whatnot. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I hope you got an insight on what the best attachments are to use for the gun as of right now from what I've experimented with. I hope you guys got a feel for what the gun looks like in game, how snappy it is, you know, the vertical recoil, ADS patterns, in terms of what it's like at close range from hip firing, a little bit further away, you know, with the ADS. You may think that you want to try a Merc foregrip on it, or you may want to try different foregrip, try different lasers, different sights and whatnot. This is just a build that I think works really well for medium to long to short range engagements, gives you the overall power of the gun, and also captures the gun's absolute strength and fire rate and beastiness that it is. By the time this video gets uploaded onto YouTube, we may be even at 4K subs by now. Everything's just been fantastic recently. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who continues to support me, the videos and all the content that's coming across. If you're here from TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, social media, I appreciate you and I love you. And honestly, I just want to say a big thank you for everything that you guys are doing for me. Final time, if you guys have got any criticism, you know, any positive comments, please post them below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care of yourselves.